Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 24th, 2017, and I'm coming to you from my car. I remembered my lapel pin today on my coat, so that's good. I want to ask you today, what happens when things don't go as planned? And I want to share with you something that I started to share yesterday, and I told you I'd tell you the full story today. I did a presentation. I did a speech at a senior center yesterday in rural Birmingham, or the outside of Birmingham, and there was probably 15 to 20 people there, so it wasn't big at all. The speech was really long. The presentation is really long. It's probably about 40 slides, which is equates to about 45 minutes to an hour at least. And the time we had was 30 minutes was it supposed to be in. So I knew right off the bat no way it was going to happen. But I bombed. I really stunk it up. So what happened was I keep the presentation, the PowerPoint on my desktop, on my laptop, in case I need it, because we hook into their AV things. And I'm usually prepared for things. I have all kind of contingency plans and backups. And for these kind of speeches, I have a handler. I usually don't, but these ones I do. So there was somebody there that was helping me as a representative of the company. And I got there, opened my desktop, got everything going. They gave me the cable to hook to their big screen TV, and it didn't fit. It was an HDMI cable, and I don't have an HDMI port on my laptop. So I do have an adapter, but I left it at the office. So I could have gone back and get it, but my handler said just email it to me, and we'll do it on my computer, because I have an HDMI port on mine. So no problem. I emailed it to her. So we got it to her, and she checked. Yeah, there it is. So we verified that the presentation came through, opened it up, and put it on the screen, and it was ready to go. So we were there probably an hour early. And I went through, and I got the podium set up like I like it, got my printouts ready, so I had my notes. Started in, I did a great job on the intro. I really did a good intro. And then I noticed the slides are out of order, and there are some missing slides. So it started to go south. I didn't do so well. And I apologized. I said, y'all, the slides are totally out of order. I'm going to go from, what I know about what to talk about, and we'll just catch up when we can. And we kind of caught up at the end and got to the end, and there were some slides that were just completely blank. So it was a terrible presentation on my end. I'm my worst critic. I gave myself a D-, but I know that was because of technical difficulties. So I got through, and I really closed, and I ended it well. And I talked about the things that I know about. I talked about what's the bottom line here, and it's a ton of information. So I adapted. I improvised, adapted, and overcame. And that's what the moral of this story is. When things don't go your way, when you have things that kind of go not according to plan, you have two choices. You always have a choice. You can react, and you can kind of cave in, or you can improvise, adapt, and overcome. And we're seeing all kind of hotties doing that with working out. When you have no gym options, people use things like milk jugs, or people use what's there in a hospital, even, for crying out loud. People find time to work out late in the night if they don't get it in the day, and they just make stuff happen. Also with your eating, if something goes, if you go to a work party and there's only junk food, you improvise. You either plan ahead, or you get the best that you can, and you factor that in. But you've got really two choices when things go south. You can cave in, or you can make a decision to keep going the course, and you can stay strong. So I'm not too upset over how the presentation went. It's a learning experience for me. It wasn't terrible. I mean, I didn't faint. I didn't get tongue-tied and not be able to speak. So it was fine. And I'm sure those seniors didn't really know a huge difference, but you live and learn. Y'all have a great day. Get to work.